Hey guys, Dijon here. Today we're trying something new. This is the first step in a new direction for the Mustardcast, where we will be posting full episodes every other Monday starting from yesterday's episode on July 28th. And on the days after, we will be uploading each of the four segments from the podcast as separate videos with a bit of extra editing and maybe even extended discussions. Those segments, of course, being animation, comics, TV and film, and video games. In this video, you'll be getting the animation portion of episode 128 of the Mustardcast, where we go over what animated series we've been watching lately and discuss how Love, Death, and Robots' lack of diversity in its art styles has tanked our interest in the show. Enjoy. But as usual, we'll start with animation. So what, cartoons and animation have you been watching lately?
Let me think. I've been watching the new seasons of Panty and Stocking. Mostly just the first episode, which just came out. And it is way raunchier than it was in the 2000s, but I think it's to its benefit. Raunchy for raunchy's sake, but it's very clearly like they're trying to do all the things they wanted to do with original Panty and Stocking and couldn't get away with. Which is really, really fun. The animation is really good. And I've just been really enjoying it. And it's been making me want to go back and like rewatch the old Panty and Stocking to compare. It's also a lot more colorful, which I was not expecting, but they really made it work. I have to watch the rest of it probably within the coming days. I think that's it. I really haven't had time to watch much because work has been super busy. But on my docket, at the very least, is new season of Dun 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 for sure. There's another thing, and I can't remember what it was, but if it comes to me, I'll say it. So I've got a couple things coming down the pipeline as things start to slow down at the job. But for right now, the only thing I've actually put my eyeballs on is Panty and Stocking.
Yeah. I never watched Penny and Stocking. I'm not sure that particularly interests me, but I've always seen like clips and stuff from it. For me, I finally finished my rewatch and complete watch of Avengers: Those Mightiest Heroes, and it's a great show. It's easily the best Avengers adaptation ever made, even more so than the movies. It's so good. I highly suggest watching it if you're into Marvel and the Avengers especially. Um, Blind Wave is still watching it. They're like halfway through the second season, so I'm still watching it alongside them. Uh, Blind Wave has one episode left on Superman the animated series, so I'm almost done rewatching it. Rewatching with them, or jumbling my words, rewatching Superman with them. But in the meantime, they've started watching Batman Beyond. So I'm continuing my personal rewatch from where I left off in the middle of season 2 and watching it from the beginning with Blind Wave. And Batman Beyond is so good. I'm so mad that WB shot down that pitch for an animated Batman Beyond movie in the style of Spider-Verse. I'm so mad. That would have been such a banger. It's
Yeah.
And Batman, but the one of the best things about Batman Beyond is the fact that 99.9% of the villains are original villains made for the show. They're not reusing
Right.
a bunch of Batman villains for the show. They make a bunch of new ones, and it's awesome. And they're all good. There's only like I think one or two returning Batman villains in it.
Oh, wow.
Still watching One Piece with Blind Wave as well. And they've reached the Sanji arc. I didn't watch their most recent the most recent episode they were on yesterday, but I'll watch it later today. Same thing with Dan to Dan. I didn't watch the most recent episode 3, but I watched the first 2. But later today I'll check out the rest of the Dan to Dan.
Gotcha.
So I also watched the only 2 episodes of the latest season of Love, Death, and Robots that I was remotely interested in. How Zeke Got Religion, directed by Diego Porral and animated by Tidmouse. On a perilous mission into hostile territory, the crew of a World War II bomber encounters an unholy enemy. Really good episode. Is of the 2, I think this was my favorite one. It was really good. I was just looking at the thumbnails and I was like, okay, which ones are 2D animated? Which ones look cool? And this was one of them, and it was really good. It was incredible. And the other one was 400 Boys, directed by Robert Valley, and animated by Passion Animation Studios. And Robert Valley, I talk about him as often as I can. He worked on Tron, what is called Uprising, the animated series.
Oh, sick.
And he's made 3 other episodes for the last 3 seasons of Love, Death, and Robots. So he's been in this show a lot, and his episodes are always some of the
Mm.
best. His art style is so unique. If you look up Robin Valley art, you'll see it. It's very unique, very distinctive. It's very similar to the art style of Tron Uprising, and this was
Mm.
done in 2D, but it doesn't look like it. It's like
Mm.
I don't know if you ever watched Klaus, the animated
It
Christmas
sounds
movie on
familiar.
Netflix.
Uh-huh.
That is 2D, but drawn in a way to where it looks 3D. It's 400 Boys
Oh,
is
yeah, 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 yeah.
400 Boys is very similar in that sense, and it was really good. The synopsis of the episode is discovering if they are gods or giants. All the Spanish survivors knows is that they're deadly, and they'll have to set aside their own turf war to stop them. It's like this like post-apocalyptic England, and it's a bunch of like street gangs banding together to stop these like giant babies that are like
Mm.
destroying the world. It's weird, and they have these weird like psychic supernatural powers. It's very interesting. I definitely suggest checking out those 2 shorts at the very least. Moving on to news and animation. I sent you the trailer. This was a while ago at this point for the most recent trailer for the Chainsaw Man movie, the Reze arc,
Mhm.
or how do you pronounce
Yep.
it? Rezi, or is it Reze? Rezi?
I don't
I think
know.
it's
I think
Rezi.
it's Resi.
Rezi
Yeah.
Rezi makes sense. It's a Japanese name.
Yeah.
And yeah, we got another trailer um for this movie that's releasing in theaters in the US in October 29th. And beautiful animation by Mappa as usual. But let those animators rest after they make Dorohedoro season 2. But after that, they can rest. Um but based on the trailer alone, it seems like they're using a lot less CGI for the fight scenes, which isn't
Mhm.
necessarily a good or bad thing since the CGI was good in the first season. It's just something I
Right.
noticed. Um,
Yeah.
Movies tend to have bigger budgets than shows, so that's probably why they're hand animating almost everything this time around.
Hmm.
But the trailer itself frames itself around Denji's romantic endeavors with Makima and the titular Reze. I don't even remember how I just pronounced it. And
Resi.
if you haven't read the manga and don't want to be spoiled, I suggest just not watching any of the trailers and go in
Yeah.
blind and stay off the internet because this blows up the big reveal, pun completely intended. Um,
That's what.
like halfway through the trailer, they like if you're looking for it, you'll notice a big spoiler.
Mm. Hmm.
If you're watching absentmindedly, you might not notice, but there's definitely like the big spoiler of the whole arc
Right.
is in this trailer. But yeah, I'm excited for it. It looks good. I like
Yeah, me
Chainsaw Man.
too. Hmm. It's nice to get some news after so much radio silence.
Yeah,
Also.
it comes up relatively soon, a couple months from now.
Yeah.
But speaking of Chainsaw Man, moving on to comics.